We bring you the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. The Marcos cabinet showcased the Build Better More program at the Philippine Business Opportunities Forum in Tokyo, Japan on February 10 as they invited more businesses to invest in the Philippines. The Department of Budget and Management said Build Better More targets infrastructure spending to reach 5 to 6% of GDP annually. The program shall help the Philippines gain high trajectory growth of 6.5 to 8% of GDP in the medium term. Meanwhile, Transportation Secretary Jaime Bautista shared plans to modernize the Manila International Airport and transfer Dumaguete Airport to reduce congestion. He said railway systems will also get an upgrade to reduce travel time and induce connectivity in the metro. A total of 478 billion pesos has also been allocated for road networks. Meanwhile, the DPWH said they have put in place flood control programs with 283 billion pesos in support. In addition, Japan has provided technical assistance and sharing of technology for disaster-proofing of infrastructure through its Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA. Meanwhile, the Department of Foreign Affairs has filed a diplomatic protest against the recent harassment of Philippine vessels involving the Chinese Coast Guard in Ayungin Shoal. In the protest filed by the Chinese Embassy in Manila, the DFA condemned the directing of military-grade laser and other challenges by CCG Vessel 5205 against BRP Malapascua of the Philippine Coast Guard on February 6. DFA spokesperson Maria Teresita Daza asserted the Philippines' prerogative to conduct activities within its exclusive economic zone and continental shelf. Daza called into mind that President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. and Xi Jinping had just agreed to manage maritime differences peacefully. She called on China to comply with international law, including the 1982 UNCLOS and the 2016 award in the South China Sea arbitration. On the other hand, China defended its Coast Guard's laser-pointing action, claiming the Philippine vessels intruded into Chinese territory. Chinese Foreign Minister spokesperson Wang Wenbin said Ayungin Shoal, which they call Renai Reef, is part of China's Nansha Islands, or what the Philippines refers to as the Spratlys. In a separate statement, the U.S. State Department spokesperson Ned Price said United States stands by the Philippines in this matter. As many as 50 to 100 overseas Filipinos are reportedly victimized into working for cryptocurrency trafficking rings in Cambodia, Myanmar, and Laos. The Department of Foreign Affairs made the report following the rescue of 8 Filipino human trafficking victims from Myanmar, 4 of whom were crypto trafficking victims of a Chinese syndicate. DFA Undersecretary Eduardo Jose de Vega revealed that the 4 victims were recruited online in Dubai. He said they were brought to Bangkok, Thailand in the guise of working as customer support representatives, but soon they were brought to work for the syndicate in Myanmar. De Vega noted that illegal recruiters are targeting Filipinos who already are abroad, now that Philippine immigration borders are tightening restrictions. The DFA vows to rescue more overseas Filipino victims from human trafficking. In our news overseas, no Filipinos were reported hurt when a U-Haul truck drove into pedestrians in Brooklyn, New York City on Monday. New York Consul General Senen Mangalila said no Filipinos were among the 8 victims of the truck's rampage. 8 pedestrians were injured, with one of them, a 44-year-old, eventually ended up dying. Reports said police had pulled over the U-Haul truck in the Bay Ridge neighborhood after allegedly hitting some pedestrians. However, the driver, identified as 62-year-old Weng Sor, drove away, plowing into more pedestrians as he evaded police. He was finally stopped after 20 minutes and finally arrested. NYPD Chief Keechant Sewell said there was no indication the incident was terror-related or the driver hit people intentionally. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Presidential Communications Office and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change. Good afternoon, everyone.